Hi, Conor. Thank you so much for joining me. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah,
Bit
I'm doing.
hungover right now. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a little bit hungover. But still good.
I am loving your jumper. You know what? I have one very similar, so it's a good job I didn't turn up wearing it.
I
Otherwise, it
was
would have
I
been a bit
was
weird.
very close to just being in my dressing gown, so I'm really glad I'm
Well, it's
Thank you.
loungewear is like the ultimate in 2020, right?
Yeah,
So
totally.
listen, Nothing But Thieves are due to play Headstock Festival in Manchester back in May. Obviously, music is such a big part of so many people's lives, and I think more so than ever. Like, how important do you think it is for artists and fans as well that music continues to play, albeit
Oh
virtually?
man, I mean, you couldn't be more topical right now. But yeah, I'm so frustrated reading what Rishi wrote about it being a luxury, and and musicians might need to find other opportunities. I was so frustrated because it's just it. I don't think people realise, well, they do now. You can see it, but like how important it's been for everything. And in lockdown, with people's mental health, with their just general upkeep, having music there to listen to, I've found I've needed it massively. So yeah, I'm really hoping there's some sort of revolution in that sense, and it can be subsidized, and it stays relevant, because to me it is as relevant as sports, and as important for the people's connection and mental health, you know.
And for you as a band and as an artist, how has it been over the last, well, it's nearly like 8 months, isn't it? Like this period of lockdown. Have you been able to write, or has it actually been quite a good period for you guys to just switch off and kind of hit the reset button?
um a bit of both in a way. I think when it first started, I did feel completely bewildered, as most people did. Just almost spent like a week just feeling foggy and just not understanding what was going on. But then I really enjoyed it. I thought this is a great opportunity to live a bit more stoically, um, and just slow down a bit. But I think from doing that, it's made me really creative. I found myself writing constantly, just because I feel when you're under pressure, this happens a lot with bands. When you're trying to write something, it doesn't come out. And I think this quiet period has been amazing for creativity, where it's just in those silences you find thoughts, and you find ideas. And I've loved that. And then when I was able to meet with the band again, the guys were the same. We were all just like brimming full of ideas, and it was just great to see each other as well. And you thrive off that. A lot of our writing comes from that connection we have as friends. We've been creative and writing together, and yeah, enjoying it where we can. I think there's probably going to be another lockdown in about 2 weeks, so it's going to stop. But yeah.
Has it, like, so normally when you're on the road, it's kind of that rat race of, you're
Mhm.
producing a record, you're in the studio, then you're on tour, and then you don't have time to kind of sit and recalibrate before it all happens again. Do you feel like, obviously having that period, you've been really creative, but has not being on the road and not having to, be at 100%, putting that, when you get on stage, you're you plus like
Yeah.
50% or whatever, like that, and that huge amount of energy that you're having to take, is that given your like mental health a break? I know you've spoken openly in the past about the effects of being on the road being quite tough.
Yeah, I think again, it's a yes and no answer, where I've realised that what makes me up is singing and playing. I didn't even notice it until I've stopped, where like I've constantly been reaching and learning random songs just to sing, you know. Or like obviously when you write songs, I sing in a mic. It's just like I've done it, and it's always made me feel better. But I didn't realise it until the lockdown and the break. But also on the other hand, it has been a really good time for healing and self-reflection. I do think a lot of people, some of my mates, like my Essex mates, who haven't sat down to get in touch with themselves and what they're dealing with, have all suddenly had epiphanies about their lives and what they're this and that, and how they feel and what they can deal with. I just think it's because people aren't going, 100 miles per hour, just pasting over the cracks. It's like I think it has been a really good time for people to become more self-aware and reflect on what's important and what they need to repair in themselves. It's good.
I totally agree. I think what it's done, obviously it's been an incredibly hard time for all of us, and everyone's got their own personal story. Everyone's been affected in a different way. But I think there is a silver lining, that everyone's being a lot more open about their mental health more than ever, and people feel like they're able to talk to their mates and talk to their work colleagues, and I think looking up to people that they admire, bands like yourselves that are open about their mental health, can only be a positive thing, I think. So hats off to you. So what would you have, like one piece of, perhaps any of your fans that are struggling with their mental health at the moment, what kind of advice would you be able to give? Obviously you're not a doctor or a professional, but from a personal experience, what would you say helps?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to get into too of like the hippie world, but like I've recently got into Eckhart Tolle, who's this spiritual writer, and quickly summarizing it, it's just that your thoughts aren't your own, essentially. That's what I would say, is that there is a way you can learn to just accept them. And normally because that's really all, generally when it comes to mental health, it's your thoughts are an emotion, and it's thoughts in motion. And I think what I've learned and what's helped me so much is to accept that my thoughts aren't mine, and I'm me underneath it, and I can sit and watch them. And it's not easy, and it sounds phooey, and it sounds something like people would just go, oh, this is a load of rubbish, but it's helped me so much learning that just if I'm having a really busy minded day, just to sit and instead of trying to dive in with it, just let it go and just see it go and just accept it. Definitely, like, no days are going to be the same, and because of everything that we've been through as a band, or like I've been through in the past, it's like I'll always have scar tissue there that I'm constantly checking, and it will so things will flare up, and if I like, I kind of see it like a river. If I dive into it, I'll get taken away with it. So I just try and let it go, like see those thoughts and just let them go by. And I just think my advice would be that you aren't your thoughts. That's what I'd say.
That's a really powerful and something I can like really resonate with. And it's difficult, that kind of like emotional intelligence, isn't it? And it's about like having that kind of sense of maturity about figuring that out for yourself. And like you say, everyone is different, and you aren't your thoughts. You're your own person, and if you can detach yourself from these moments in your life that can sometimes feel so intense, then it's going to make life a bit easier for yourself and the people around you. So let's talk about the album. You're about to launch your new album, Moral Panic. Very exciting. You've announced the arena tour as well by the same name. I mean, this is a big time for Nothing But Thieves. How's that all feeling amongst everything that's going on? Are you excited about getting back on the road?
Yeah, I mean, it's all a bit like I'm so, like, when we put the tour on, it was probably one of the first times in my life, in my career life, where I thought, whoa, like this is nuts. Like everything, like we talked about a minute ago, it's just constant, where you just keep going and keep doing more, this and that, more festivals, and you keep growing, which is wicked. But you never stop to smell the flowers, you never stop to reflect. And I think this was the first time I thought, wow, this is insane. I'm so proud of this. And everyone in the band, like, you're in a 5-way marriage, like basically with these guys. So it's like
you than me, God.
So I literally just makes you look at them and go, wow, thank you for this, and and so it's beautiful. What was your initial question? My brain is just gone.
It's fine. You're getting all like romantic about the boys, and that's fine. It's all good.
What was your initial question though? It was a good question. How have I felt in it? No, it's been it's great. Like we're very excited. It's just that it's hard to get overly excited about this sort of thing because you don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know if the summer festivals are going to happen next year. Like, I'm trying to be positive about it, and I'm sure people are sending out good positive vibrations everywhere in the world. But it's it just scares me because I don't think anyone's really dealt with COVID well. But how can you? It's like no one knows what to do. They're trying their best everywhere in the world, really, apart from America. I think is an idiot, but it's another story. But I'm very excited to release it all, and just to have the body of music out is great. I'm just I'm sitting back on my laurels with the shows yet. I'm trying to not get overly excited because they could not happen, and that really scares me. So, but I'm buzzing about releasing the album. I think they will. I will. I mean, next October is a long time away, so I'm my fingers are crossed. But I'm absolutely thrilled that we've got this body of work out, you know, and we spent so much time and energy and heart on it. So it's I'm so glad we're still releasing it, and it's connecting. You know, people are loving it so far. So that's so important that the songs are doing what they're supposed to do. You know, it's cool.
And that's the main thing. As long as the fans are happy and you guys are happy and healthy, then we're all good, aren't
Absolutely.
we? Listen, let's finish by obviously it's World Mental Health Day over the weekend, and Headstock Weekender is all about bringing awareness to mental health and the open conversation around it. So if you had to only listen to one song that could always put you in the best mood ever, forget like all your worries, what would that song be?
Oh wow.
I put you on the spot. I should have prepared.
That is such a question. Forget about all my worries. Oh, I know this is bad, but
you want your own songs if you want. I won't judge you if you choose one of your own tunes.
Do you know what? It would probably be something like, it would probably be the whole Purple Rain album. But
you can have that. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I put that on, and I just because that album is so it's so kind of egocentric and mad, and it's great, and it just puts me in this crazy mood. I would say that well, Let's Go Crazy, the first song, but that whole album gets me going. It's sick.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time, Conor. Thank you for your honesty, and I wish you guys all the very best for next year and the album, and seeing you on tour. I'll be there.
Wicked. Thanks so much. Cheers.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. Bye.